Hello interwebs, and thanks for tuning into TradeChat. My name's Panzer, and today, instead of doing a typical WoW Insider weekly recap, I am going to be recapping all of the things from patch 5.4. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you do, remember to hit thumbs up! Patch 5.4 hits servers September 10th, so today I'm going to be recapping as much of what's happening in that patch as I possibly can. To preface this video, I am not going to be going over individual class changes or other changes that don't affect the majority of players. I am also not claiming that this video is every single little tiny change that's going to be happening in 5.4 because that would be rather impossible given the timeline. I would suggest, however, if you want to learn about all of the things after you watch this video, check out the link in the info below and learn more about it. That being said, let's get into the video. As with every patch, patch 5.4 will be introducing new and improved gear. Tier 16 will be debuting in the new raid, the Siege of Orgrimmar. Now, one interesting change that's taking place in patch 5.4 is that there will not be a new Valor Quartermaster. Instead, you will earn new PvP gear by doing things like raiding, defeating world bosses, and taking advantage of all that the new area, the Timeless Isle, has to offer. You can still, however, buy Shadowpan Assault 522 vendor gear for Valor at a 34% reduced rate, only requiring friendly reputation. All other Mist of Pandaria Epic vendors will be offering their gear for Justice points, and reputation will be disregarded. In addition to the ease of obtaining PvE gear in patch 5.4, Season 13 Tyrannical gear will be available to buy with honor points, and Season 12 Malevolent gear will actually be craftable. The new Season 14 Grievous gear will also be available for players to earn. And speaking of PvP, in patch 5.4, the arena system is being completely revamped. Previously, you had to be on an arena team with players from your own server in order to compete against players from your battle group. In 5.4, all of this changes. You will no longer need to be on an arena team, just group up with people from any server, it can totally be cross-realm and everything, of either 2, 3, or 5, depending on how you want to compete, and you will be up to compete against players from any realm, which massively expands the competition pool. Your personal rating will change based on your wins and losses, and you will be matched up against other players based on the average personal rating of your group. In 5.4, they've also effectively ended super long arena games. At the 15-minute mark, the team who's in the lead, which means the team who has the most players alive or who brought the other team closest to death, will be given a buff that will increase their damage output, increase their critical strike chance, decrease their damage taken, and give them stealth detection, which is kind of like God mode. They'll totally win. Although, if they lose with that buff, the other team should get super points. I don't think they do, but that would be awesome. Am I right? And of course, the namesake of patch 5.4, the new raid, the Siege of Orgrimmar. This is the event that the entire expansion has led up to, the overthrowing of Garrosh Hellscream. This 14 encounter raid starts in the Vale of Eternal Blossoms and ends in Orgrimmar. The 14 bosses are as follows: Immersius, the Fallen Protectors; Narushan, the Shah of Pride; Galacris, the Iron Juggernaut; Kokron the Dark Shaman, General Nosgrim; Malkrok, the Spoils of Pandaria; Thok the Bloodthirsty; Siegecraft Blackfuse; Paragons of the Claxi; and finally, Garrosh Hellscream. This raid brings to an end the Battlefield Barons event, meaning that the quests will no longer be available, and the vendors for the Darkspear Rebellion will no longer be there either. You'll also see extensive damage in the Vale of Eternal Blossoms. The Golden Lotus was so deeply affected that the Eternally in the Vale achievement is no longer available, making it a feat of strength to anybody who has already obtained it. Also being introduced in patch 5.4 is a new raid lockout difficulty, Flexible Raiding. Flexible Raiding allows groups of 11 to 24 players to group up in a pre-made group and raid together. It does not utilize the matchmaking system, although it does utilize the LFR per person looting system. The loot quality will be somewhere in between LFR and normal mode. Now, there will not be an eye level requirement on flex raiding because the intention is to let people play together and not leave people out. Earlier, we talked about earning gear on the Timeless Isles, to which you probably responded, "Oh god, not more dailies!" But don't worry, The Timeless Isles is not a daily area. It's actually quite unlike anything that WoW has to offer. It's almost like a sandbox experience, meaning go where you want and do what you want. There are a few quests to help introduce you to the area, and there are a few weekly that are totally optional quests, but the majority of the fun on the Timeless Isle lies in exploration, random events, bosses, and other stuff that is much less seen in other WoW PvE areas. The Timeless Isle offers freedom of playstyle along with awesome rewards. You like doing pet battles? Timeless Isle has the Celestial Tournament, which is a totally new pet battle thingamabob. Are you an excellent cook? 2 words, noodle cart. Do you like downing bosses? Freaking look around, they're everywhere. Treasure chests and other clickable items are littering the map. Random events everywhere. There's rare spawns and bosses that you can either solo or take down in a group. In fact, the toughest boss on the island, Ordos, who you gain attunement to by having the legendary cloak, gives you access to a flag that will make you an enemy of everyone. PvP against everyone. Horde, Alliance, everyone. Survive and take out other players and you can earn super exclusive rewards. On the Isle, you earn timeless coins which can be redeemed for mobile runes of fate, BOA gear, which don't confuse that with heirloom gear because this is actually good gear that you can use for yourself or you can mail to your max level alts, pets, mounts, and other like toy type items. If you earn reputation with Emperor Xiaohao, you can earn even more vanity items. And of course, in 5.4, Rathian's legendary quest comes to an end, rewarding those who are caught up with their legendary cloak. Now, if you are up to date on all of the quests, you should get your cloak really shortly after patch 5.4 because the intention is that you use it to defeat Garrosh. If you're not caught up in the quests, with the nerfs that they did this patch, there is still time. Just keep pushing through the quest chain and doing as many raids as you possibly can. Another new feature in 5.4 is the Proving Grounds. The Proving Grounds is a max level single player event that is aimed to teach and test your skills in tanking, healing, and dealing damage. Now in this mode, gear is scaled so that it tests your true ability and skills and mechanics as opposed to how good your gear is. There's 4 different difficulties in the Proving Grounds: Bronze, Silver, Gold, and Endless. And of course, our question of the day is, what are you most looking forward to in 5.4? Or if it's the future and 5.4 is already here, what do you like the most? I am personally most excited for the Timeless Isle and the overthrowing of Garrosh, and of course to see who the new war chief is. But what about you? Let me know in the comment section below, and while you think about your answer, check out our answers to last week's question. And thank you so much for tuning in to my recap on everything happening in patch 5.4. If you enjoyed the video, please thumb up, comment below, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I always upload WoW Insider weekly recaps on Tuesdays, so if you want to see one of those in the future or to see your comments in our featured section, be sure to tune in next Tuesday and every Tuesday. I hope you guys are all having a wonderful week. I love you all. You're in my heart. I'll see you soon. Bye.